Welcome back to TGK TV. This is your boy TGK, and I feel better. I'm not sick anymore. I still got a little voice issues, but I'm back to normal. I feel back to normal. I hoop today, as you can tell, sweat. I'm a big time hooper. I love to play basketball. So, hey, and the topic of this video is about basketball itself. If you are a Dallas Mavericks fan, you've been knowing about the ongoing potential issues when it relates to Dennis Smith Jr. and the Dallas Mavericks. We all know with Luka Doncic coming to the Mavericks and basically taking over and making it his team, there's been a little bit of a dilemma as to whether does Dennis Smith Jr. fit on this team. Earlier, about a month ago, I made a video on why I believe that Dennis Smith Jr. does have a role on this team. However, things have changed drastically and overnight, literally. So there's been a report, as we call them, the Woj bombs, right? Where he stated that the trade talks have escalated for the Mavericks on Dennis Smith Jr. And I think the teams that are rumored to trade for Dennis Smith is Phoenix and Orlando. And I think those are the two that have been mentioned. But you already know with basketball, there's always going to be the sleeper team that just throws a little bit more in the trade offer to get Dennis Smith Jr. So you just never know. There might be a team out of nowhere to get Dennis Smith. So now that we're at this point, unfortunately, we're at this point. I personally don't want to lose Dennis Smith unless it's a transcending player. I think Dennis Smith has just max potential or untapped potential, and we don't know what that potential could be. But he has raw talent, hella raw talent. So now that it looks like Dennis Smith Jr. may be traded within the next day or two, I want to share a perspective that probably someone is, or the majority of people aren't thinking of this side of thinking. And to me, if the issue between Dennis Smith Jr. and the Mavericks is Rick Carlisle, because apparently they can't get along, then I'm having to second guess this coaching staff. I'm not one to always put the coach over the team, but Rick Carlisle has been the only one to win us a championship. He's probably one of the top 5 coaches in the league, and I highly respect him. But if it's coming down to a personality issue where Dennis Smith and Rick Carlisle just don't get along, then somebody needs to put their pride aside, or both of the people need to put their pride aside and come to a level of understanding. They're professionals. They're in the NBA. They are professional as a professional basketball player and a professional coach. Everything should be handled with a sense of decorum, and I feel like if we're going to trade a player just off of a rift when it comes to personality, then this is going to be really unfortunate as a Mavs fan. Now, you never know with the trade. We could trade for someone that could pay dividends immediately for Luka Doncic. Because the ultimate goal is to win a championship, and the ultimate goal is to surround Luka with pieces that can help him win. Dennis Smith Jr. potentially could have been one of them. So it's just, we're caught in a catch-22. It's really difficult as a Mavs fan. Because I like Dennis Smith. I wish we could keep him. But if we are going to trade him, it's just what are we going to get back for him, you know? What pieces, what offers are we going to get out there to take for Dennis Smith Jr. If I'm the Mavericks, I will not sell low, but I'm fearful that they will sell low. So it's a difficult spot to be in as a Mavericks fan. So to me, I'm just talking about this right now because it is a topic of discussion. It's been kind of taking over the airways here in Dallas that Dennis Smith Jr. might be traded. And as a Mavs fan, I'm just kind of disappointed in the fact that it's gotten to this point that it has escalated where we're going to end up trading one of our best young pieces on this team. Now, when we think about the Phoenix Suns and we think about Orlando Magic, the two teams that have been rumored to be in trade talks with the Mavericks, what players on there can we potentially think of getting in return for Dennis Smith Jr.? I immediately thought Josh Jackson. I immediately thought of Evan Fournier. I wouldn't want to get Aaron Gordon because we need to surround Luka with the shooters. We need to surround Luka with people that can put the ball in the basket, so to speak, right? They can shoot from any angle, catch and shoot type players, 3-and-D type players. That'd be preferable. Now, when it comes to Phoenix, I know they got Josh Jackson, which I wouldn't mind if that was the trade. They also got Kelly Oubre. It's just too much of a risk for me. Devin Booker. I'll do the Devin Booker deal. So it's a tough situation for the Mavericks to be in, and to give away or to trade your young piece like that. I don't know what you could get. I don't know if you could get equal value or return or better. But if it were me, I would look to the Washington Wizards and try to get Bradley Beal. You could trade Wes Matthews, Dennis Smith, and a future first, and try to get Bradley Beal. Or you could go to New York and try to get Tim Hardaway and Frank Ntilikina, whatever his name is, Ntilikina. We could try to get him. Helps them, the Knicks, with cap space, and it helps us get a really good player in Tim Hardaway and a potential raw player in Frank. So I think those are the other two teams that I think about when it comes to potentially trading for Dennis Smith Jr. So, but overall, man, I'm kind of bummed out. You know, I mean, Luka's killing it. You hate to see another player leave because of the success of Luka. So overall, it's just like adding more to my Dallas sports fandom depression at the moment. So leave your comments. I want to hear your thoughts process as far as who you think the Mavericks can get or who we might trade for Dennis Smith Jr. in return. I want to hear your thoughts. Maybe y'all have a theory that I haven't thought of, or something else that could get me to think like, whoa, that'd be a better option. Realistic options, you know. It just overall, it just sucks. This isn't it. Luka and Dennis haven't even played more than 20 games together. Like this is barely a blooming project, and we're giving up on it too soon. But if it is a rift in personalities in the front office or whatever the case may be, because Dennis Smith hasn't played the last couple of games due to a sore back, then it's looking bleak, and it looks like we probably won't end up keeping Dennis Smith. So it sucks. So what can you do about it? It's been your boy TGK. If you have any comments, I'm glad I'm back in Dallas. I'm so happy. My voice is coming back. But I'm going to catch you on the next one. I'm out.